Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of the NCSAA National Tournament. Our first game of the day is early, 9 a.m. Eastern, being that we're Central Time people. This is really, really early, as it's the Vineyard Bearcats in those white uniforms going right to left, going up against Covenant. They'll be in the red uniforms going left to right. And I think we're just about ready to get this one underway here. First of 7 games today. As ahead it comes, and an easy layup for Jalon Gordon and a 2-0 lead for Vineyard. Three ball on the wing. That rattles in and out for Mackie Herbert. And Vineyard out on the run again. Down the lane. That's picked up and now pushed back the other way. Gabe Roberts all the way in. He missed the layup. And now pushing it up the near side again is Gordon. Out front as Covenant will start man-to-man defense here early. Little crossover up top by Gordon. Now back it back out. Swing pass over. The little 15-footer is off the mark for Jacob Bauman. And Covenant will walk it up again. Under 7 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Shot here is good by Gabe Roberts. And we're all tied up at 2. Off on the wing. Now out front to Josh Partridge, who will just back it out a little bit here. Takes a deep 3. I mean, maybe 10 feet behind the arc. That wouldn't go. Rebound was put back up and was no good. So now Covenant will bring it up into the front court. Herbert out to that far side, gives it off on the wing for Nate Beilstein. Underneath, the pass goes and the layup by Josh Roten. So a 4-2 lead now for Covenant.
Nice move by Josh that time, going across the lane and in left-hand or right-hand hook shot.
Gordon out front swings it across, and we have a whistle and a travel over here on the near side. So it will be Covenant basketball. Hightower a little bit too quick, taking that first couple of steps. Beilstein over on the near side, almost catching that ball out of bounds was Herbert, and that's not hard to do here if you're not paying close attention. There's a turnover, back the other way comes Gordon on the run, pulls up from the free throw line. That won't go. Rebound tip back up, no. And we have a foul underneath. That will go on Nate Beilstein. That's his first, team first. And if we don't get all these names pronounced exactly correctly, we apologize. We are nowhere near anything up here. And we have 84 rosters to try to keep track of. And not all those rosters are accurate. No. So it makes it even more difficult. Down the lane, that's deflected and stolen away. It's back the other direction. Comes Roberts. Under 5 minutes to go now here in the opening quarter. And that's blocked. Now free throw line jumper, no good for DJ Scarberry. And Vineyard will walk it up.
Jalen got his rebound. That's his first of the morning. Jalen Gordon. Looks like Covenant's going to stay in man-to-man.
3-ball on the wing, nice. And that is good for Josh Partridge. First 3 of the game for Vineyard. They lead at 5-4. Down the lane, Roberts traveled. And yes, he did.
He didn't think he did, but he did.
Down to 4 minutes or so to go in the first quarter. Again, we cannot see the scoreboard here early, so we're trying to keep track of it ourselves. I think we're relatively close, about halfway through this first quarter. Jumper on the wing is good by Jalon Gordon. 7-4.
Yeah, about a nice 12-foot jump shot on the left-hand side.
Post it goes for Roberts. Tries to get free, floats that up, no good. Back along the baseline, that layup no good from Hightower. Now back to the baseline, 10-footer no from Quincy Gute, and again, that's just a guess. Some of these, that's all it is just a guess.
An educated guess, but a guess nonetheless.
Roberts out front. Swings it over now to Scarberry. Underneath, that's stolen away. Back up with it comes Vineyard. Long two, won't go from Jacob Bauman. And once again, Covenant to walk it up. Pass on the inside, deflected, stolen away. Here's a 2-on-0 break and a two-hand dunk for Jacob Bauman. And we have a whistle and a timeout to Covenant. 9-4 lead here for Vineyard early. We'll take a break, come back with more in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Roughly 2.5 minutes or so to go here in this first quarter. Out of the timeouts. Covenant working on the offensive end here. Roberts gives it back up out front. Now off to Roten. Long three up top. That's no good from Herbert. And we got a whistle and a foul over here on the near side. Will be on Nate Bailstein. That's his second and team second. Skip pass across to Hightower. Now back to the free throw line. That jumper won't go from Bauman. Down the lane, layup no good from Roberts. And that's deflected out of bounds. Into the lineup for Covenant comes Tyler Farley. Hightower on that wing. Tried to spin away, nowhere to go with it, back out front. And the free throw line jumper by Jacob Bauman is good.
That was a nice free throw he shot, and it wasn't a free throw.
11-4 is the lead for Vineyard.
Vineyard staying in that man-to-man defense. They're coming all the way out past the three-point arc, too.
That's knocked away, and back to the way comes Vineyard. Pulling up in the front court here. Down to 55 seconds, roughly, to go here in the first quarter. Hightower's layup wouldn't go. Back the other way comes Herbert out front. And now Roberts to the far side. And we got a whistle and a carrying violation. We'll go back over to Vineyard. So out front, Gordon, nice and patient. Out here on the wing in the post. That was that shot blocked underneath. Back out to Bauman. No. Hightower kicks it all the way back out front. And that will do it for the first quarter. Oh, I was only about 3 seconds off. That's
very good.
Not too bad, actually. And bring us to the end of the first. 11-4 is the lead for Vineyard. Take a break, come back with quarter number 2 here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Start of quarter number 2, an 11-4 lead for Vineyard. Covenant with a deep 3 here, and that's good. I mean, that was way out front by Mackie Herbert. So 11-7 now the lead for Vineyard. Agate over on the far side for Patridge. Now jumper on the baseline is good by Bauman.
That's just a nice, easy, smooth shot. Didn't force it at all.
Make it 13-7.
Yeah. Still in that man-to-man defense.
Spin it back to the far side. So Roberts out front. From the wing for Scarberry. Top of the key to Roten. Vineyard staying in that man-to-man defense. Well, 12-footer wouldn't go there for Scarberry. Back the other way comes Vineyard. And that knocked away and stolen. 6:30 to go here in our opening half. A 13-7 lead for Vineyard. And that deflected out of bounds. Into the lineup for Covenant comes Miles Dickinson. Also in for Vineyard is Prince Akon.
Oh, boy.
And Ahmad Madani checks in.
Vineyard only has 8 seniors. That's one of the oldest teams we've seen.
That's a lot of seniors, man. There's a steal on the far side down the lane, and the layup is good. Good steal and bucket from Jaylon Gordon. We have 15-7. And a timeout here to Covenant. Once again, be back in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Out of the timeouts, the layup underneath wouldn't go for Roberts. Now Vineyard back the other way. They push the ball up the floor. Gordon out front to Patridge. Try to go underneath. Now baseline jumper rattles off from Gordon and eventually carries out of bounds. And it will be Covenant basketball, I do believe.
Yes. Yeah, Vineyard staying that man-to-man. It's worked so far.
Jumper on the wing won't go, and eventually tipped out of bounds, so it will be Vineyard basketball.
Interesting for Covenant. Gabe Roberts, who does most of the ball handling and quarterback in the team, is only a sophomore. He's got 2 more years to play on that team.
And that pass knocked away.
Yeah, he got all caught up with his inbounds or out of bounds and those crazy taped sidelines, and got the ball slapped away while he's looking.
Yeah, you really have to be fully aware all the time of where you're at out here, or you can just catch the ball out of bounds. It's not hard to do. Nice move in the post. Wouldn't go, though, for Roten, and we have, I think they're just going to say out of bounds.
It's going to stay Covenant ball.
So on the wing for Roten.
Oh.
Tried to pass it in the post, but then just threw it away. Speaking of throwing it away.
This returned the favor right back again.
Off on the wing to Farley. Top to Herbert. Right up on the wing. Back up to Farley again. Down the lane goes Roberts and then threw it away.
A little too close for that kind of pass. Tried to do a faked up jump shot. He got himself kind of in trouble and wanted to pass it off to his teammate, but only about 3 or 4 feet away. And
especially when you fire it like it's been shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, that's what we were referring to. Yeah, shot out of a cannon right at him. Mr. Hightower got the ball.
Down the lane goes Madani. Hightower's shot wouldn't go. Now Covenant to bring it up. Covenant squad of Huntington, West Virginia, 12-12 on the year, coached by Lance Herbert. Stolen away, tried to fling it out on the wing. That 3-ball won't go by Patridge. Now to the corner again. Free throw line, Hightower. That wouldn't go. And now Tyler Farley will bring it up into the front court here. To Roberts. Swing it over to Roten.
Boy, they don't give them the extra room. They take them as far out as the offense goes. That defense goes right out with them, right in their hip pocket.
And that's stolen away. So Vineyard up into the front court.
Looks like they need a programmed offense for a man-to-man defense. They need some kind of a rotation or something going on.
Well, with our scoreboard here, again, we can't see the main one. I have it down to about 2 minutes to go here in the half. That shot blocked. Now taken away.
Well, that was Dickinson that blocked that shot. Nice job. I mean, he got the ball, too, at the same time.
Roten fade away. That wouldn't go. Rebound underneath to Hightower.
Mr. Hightower's 6th rebound this morning.
Head on the break is Madani. That wouldn't go.
Roberts with his second rebound.
Front court, Roberts pulls it down. Out front to Roten. Now Covenant will reset. Again, roughly a minute and a half to go here in this first half. I think I'm pretty close. A little give and go, and that's picked up underneath by Farley, trying to give it up down the lane. Underneath, that's back up and in.
Oh, Farley.
That's Taylor Farley.
Grabbed that ball and put it right up off the glass.
15-9.
Oh.
Down to a minute or so to go here in this first half. Hightower working baseline. Goes up, missed that. And now Covenant will bring it up.
Yeah, Dixon rebound. Mr. Hightower just needs to be a little more delicate under there. He's a big guy, though. He tried to put that one up left-handed, too.
Dickinson inside, gets fouled, and will head to the free throw line here. That'll be on Vineyard's Prince Akin. That's his first, team first. And there have been almost no fouls called in this first half.
Oh, boy. 3
total. Of course, neither team really pressing the issue a whole lot either. Free throw good by Miles Dickinson.
No, it hasn't been like a swatting, slapping type of defense that they're playing. Even Vineyard with their man-to-man hasn't been reaching in, slapping.
So Dickinson with a pair, now 15-11. Down to the last few seconds here of our first half. Gate will hand it off out front. That was for sure a travel.
Covenant a little bit of it's a man-to-man, but it's kind of a loose one.
Underneath, that runner wouldn't go. Rebound picked up underneath, and that will not. Well, I thought this set of half was open, but it will actually be Vineyard's basketball underneath their own hoop. And that pass just sails out of bounds. On the baseline, that runner's no good, and that'll do it for the half. So, the end of half number one, a 15-11 lead for Vineyard. Your first half totals for Covenant: Josh Roten with 2 points. Tyler Farley has 2 points. Mackie Herbert has 1 3-point field goal. Miles Dickinson with 2 points. He's 2 of 2 from the line. Gabe Roberts with 2 points. Covenant 1 of 3 from 3-point range. For Vineyard, Jalon Gordon with 6 points. Josh Patrons has 1 3. Jacob Bauman with 6 points. And Vineyard 1 of 2 from 3-point range. It's up to you for our rebounds.
For rebound for Covenant, we've had, first of all, Josh Roten with 2 rebounds. Tyler Farley had 3. Mackie Herbert had 1. DJ Scarberry had 2. Miles Dickinson had 2. And Gabe Roberts had 2 for a total of 12. 12 rebounds for Covenant. On the other side, Vineyard, Agut had 3. Jalen Gordon, 2. Corinne Hightower had 6 rebounds. Jacob Bauman had 2. Prince Akin had 1. And Ahmed Madani had 1 for a total of 15. So Vineyard, a little bit of an edge in rebounding, 15-12. Played really good defense, though.
And at the end of the half, 15-11 is the lead for Vineyard. We'll take a break, come back to the second half in just a little bit. You're watching the NCSAA. Start of half number 2. Covenant will get things going here, trailing 15-11. It's one thing about this team is that they're patient offensively, usually.
Yeah, they are that, which counts partially to the low score too. They don't get in a hurry up mode. They hold the ball for quite a while.
I mean, I don't think they're a high flying type of offense anyway, but there's a bucket and a foul on the inside.
It's Mr. Roberts,
We'll go
sophomore.
On Hightower, that's his first, team first. And Gabe Roberts with an opportunity to complete a 3-point play.
How about that for?
That's an interesting
free throw
yeah. Method, but and it worked. Ball in the corner wouldn't go.
Dickinson with his third rebound there for Covenant.
15-14. We have a girl on our girls junior high team this year, our little guard that's in 6th grade. She shoots her free throws granny style.
Oh, really?
Is actually really good at it, too. A foul on Jaylon Gordon.
There used to be a lot more of that.
It's his first, team first.
Quite frankly, I think some of them would be better off doing that.
Yeah, Hannah is really, really good at that.
You get a real nice soft touch to the ball once you learn it.
And I'm not sure. She might have enough power to get it there otherwise. But that is definitely more effective to do what she does.
Oh, Agut got his 4th rebound today.
It usually is a much softer touch on the ball when you do it. 3 ball on the wing. That's good. Triple for
impressive.
Jacob Bauman.
They left him wide open. He said, why not?
18-14. That sails on of bounds. It will be Vineyard basketball. 6:17 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And Mackie Herbert took his eyes off that ball and let it get off his hands and out of bounds.
Gordon swings it across back to the free throw line. Jumper there is off the mark by Bauman, and we have a whistle and a foul. Will be on Jaylon Gordon, his 2nd, team 3rd. Yeah. We've had a flurry of fouls here in the 2nd half compared to the 1st half.
Yeah, we were just marked how that there was not very many fouls. We should never make those statements.
No.
You get in trouble every time.
Double team in the front court. Pretty nice job by Beilstein to work out of it. Now a whistle and another foul on the far side. And again, it's on Jaylon Gordon. That's his 3rd now and team 4th. And Gordon will have to check out.
Yeah, he's headed for the bench.
And in the lineup is Ahmad Madani.
Madani, a junior guard. And Gordon is a senior, so they went down 1 year in the lineup there.
Over on the near side, Roberts with it. Sent off to Roten. Swing it back around to Roberts again. There is not a whole lot going on offensively. Beilstein out front. Back to Roberts again. Down the lane, fires a 10-footer, and that banks in. 18-16. Down to 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Agate back in the middle of the floor for Bauman. Works baseline. Hightower got a step, and we have a whistle and a reach in. Be on Josh Roten. That's his 1st, team 1st on Covenant.
There it is. Nice shot. Oh.
Yeah. Bangs off, no good.
Boy.
From Bauman, and will go back down to Covenant.
Boy, he got a nice little, like, 8-10 foot jump shot. Just a little too strong with it.
Runner inside wouldn't go. Rebound knocked away. Hightower dumps it ahead to Agate on the break. That wouldn't go. Hightower just ripped it away, missed the layup, and taken away by Covenant. Down to 4 minutes to go in the third. Now stolen away, and out of bounds is Madani. Roberts up into the front court here. The far side. Roberts trying to get a step down the lane. Spins, is fouled, and will head to the free throw line.
Can't resist that tomahawk chop, can they?
So Josh Petridge with his first, team fifth. And Gabe Roberts to the free throw line. First one's good.
What's the bird that stands on one leg?
Like flamingo?
Flamingo. That's the flamingo's to free throw. I've never seen that before.
I don't think I have either, but he's made two.
Tell you what, 3 in a row.
Okay.
Don't mess with it.
I mean, whatever you're doing, it's working. All tied up at 18. 3:20 to go now in the third quarter. Back to the free throw line here. Outside, a long two is off the mark for Madani. Rebound underneath by Madani, put back up and in. So Ahmed gets the bucket.
Coach's delight, he followed the shot.
So 20-18 is the lead for Vineyard, under 3 minutes to go in the third. And we have a whistle and a foul on the inside.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see somebody deny his right hand just one time down the court.
Yeah, he does consistently drive down the right side.
And they keep letting him do it and getting fouls. Oh, he missed.
Free throw off the mark. By the way, that's the second foul on Patridge. And Team 6, they've racked up fouls like crazy in the third quarter. So Roberts 1 out of 2. 20-19 is the lead now for Vineyard. 2:30 to go in the third.
Okay.
And that's rolling away.
Yeah, he just kind of lost control of the ball. Old Prince. Uh-oh.
Kick back out through
There
the ball
it
in the
is.
wing. That's
Nice
good.
one.
Samaki Eber with the three. Mackey with his second three of the day. It's 22-20, the lead for Covenant, under 2 minutes to go in the third. Go back along the baseline.
Yeah. Covenant has a little more of a relaxed man-to-man. Vineyard, when they're in man-to-man, they're right down your shirt, boy.
Well, Vineyard lost that out of bounds. Hightower will check in and replace Bauman. And Covenant will bring it up here with 1:39 to go in the third. Roberts out front. A wing to Roten.
There you go.
Roberts worked off on the baseline. Pass underneath, picked off. That's Major Harris with the steal. Ahead on the break, down the lane. That's blocked. Rebound put back up, no. And Covenant will bring it up again. There's a foul in the backcourt. And that's a foul about 65 feet from the hoop. And it's going to send Covenant to the free throw line. Major Harris with his first, team 7th. And Covenant in the bonus. We still have 1:05 to go in the third. That could be a deciding factor in this game. Free throw is good. So Gabe will have one more coming. Josh Petridge back into the lineup.
Right now in Vineyard, you have Major Harris and Prince Acton.
That pass deflected out of bounds. Skip pass along the baseline. 3 there is good.
There
Triple for Josh Petridge, the second 3 of the game. And it's 23-23, down to 40 seconds to go in the third. 3 ball on the far side is off the mark. Rebound collected, now kicked into the backcourt. Everybody going after it. And Roberts ended up with it. And we're going to have a jump ball. Actually, I thought he had enough control to get that timeout.
Possibly.
We're a long ways away over here, but it looked that way. I think that's what the coach from Covenant's wondering too. Like, well, we call the timeout, we should have the ball.
Oh, nice
and
steal.
It doesn't matter anyway because there's a steal in the backcourt and a reach-in foul on Prince Acton. That's his second. And once again, free throws for Covenant.
Where in the world? How many? Are they getting by in foul trouble?
Well, Vineyard's going to have to stop fouling, or else Covenant's going to run away from this game shooting free throws. No, nobody's real. I mean, Jalen Gordon has 3 fouls. Nobody's in deep foul trouble. But that's just because no one committed a foul in the first half. I mean, there were 1 foul on Vineyard and 2 on Covenant the entire first half. Second free throw is good.
I guess they think they got plenty to give now. So
25-23 down to the last 20 seconds of this third quarter.
Covenant's still in that man-to-man defense of theirs.
Major Harris will back it out. That's picked off. Down the lane, runner is no good. Down to 7 seconds to go. We have a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Madani had his 3rd rebound there.
So that foul on Gabe Roberts, his first, team 2nd. 6 seconds to go. Ahead to Hightower. Down the lane, floats it up, missed that. And we'll go back down to Covenant with 1 second to go in this third quarter. And Roberts, that was actually a really nice pass.
That was.
And got Roberts a look at it. And that will do it for the third. 25-23 is the lead for Covenant. Back with your fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Start of the fourth quarter, a 25-23 lead for Covenant on the backs of a lot of free throws in that third quarter. That's really been the difference so far. Fadeaway jumper on the baseline. That wouldn't go. Rebound back up and in by Miles Dickinson.
Yeah, that's his fourth rebound and converted that into 2 points.
27-23. Down the lane. Good pass underneath. Back along the baseline. That rattles around and out for Patridge.
Roten with his third rebound. Here comes Covenant.
Roten gives it up for Beilstein. Down the lane, you got a whistle and a foul will be on Hightower. That's his second. Team ninth. So with 7 minutes to go in the game, Covenant will be double bonus after this trip. Actually, yeah, after this trip, double bonus. So Roberts hits his first and then his second.
He got like 7 out of 8, right? Something like that.
7 of 9. 29-23. Gordon down the lane, flips that up, no. Rebound down low to Covenant again.
Yeah, Roten got his fourth rebound.
Well, it's starting to slip away a little bit here for Vineyard. They need a defensive stop and some points.
And no fouls.
Points have been hard to come by for both teams, but especially for Vineyard. So, off into the corner it goes for Covenant. Middle of the floor, Beilstein goes back out. Roberts out front. 6 minutes to go.
I saw when Beilstein got the ball inside there that they had a little help defense. They haven't had much of that, speaking of Vineyard.
I feel like Covenant honestly could do this the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I mean, when it comes to ball control, it's one of the better teams I've seen just taking care of the basketball.
Very patient.
They don't force a lot of stuff except for that.
That was not patient.
I'm not sure where that was supposed to go to, but it was a turnover.
I think he thought he was breaking down the lane, but he wasn't.
3 ball off the mark. Roberts is going to pick up a foul, and not only that, it's going to send Vineyard to the line for 3 free throws as Josh Patridge will head there.
Not a wise foul that time. Going up a three-pointer on the side of the under.
Yeah. You know, you should be closing out there, not jumping at the shooter.
Right.
Second free throw off the mark. One more coming here. And 1 out of 3. Good box out underneath, by the way.
Yeah, Mr. Roten did that. Josh Roten, nice box out. Got his rebound, 5th rebound of the day.
Roten on the wing. Back out front. And again, I feel like if Covenant doesn't force a turnover, they could run off 2 or 3 minutes at a time. And that makes this 5-point lead look huge.
Yeah, they got the idea too. He pulled up that time. He
Yeah, there's no, I mean, you don't need to score. You're up 5. Not unless you get like right there. You get deep in the post, fine. Other than that, yeah, don't shoot the ball.
The Hightower again, I believe.
I think they called it on 25, so
did they?
Jacob Bauman will get his first. And
That's
to the free throw line goes Josh Roten.
Benefits Hightower. Doesn't need another foul.
Rattles in. I want to say at least half the points for Covenant have come from the free throw line. So timeout to Vineyard. 4:37 left. We'll take a break, come back with more of the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. And that free throw rattles around it in.
Yeah, Roten made 2 of them then and just keeps on putting nails in the coffin.
31-24. And for most times you would say 7 points doesn't seem like a lot, but in this game that seems like a lot of points. Off to Hightower. That layup is good. Nice take to the rim by Hightower.
Yeah, that's one time he got the job finished. Nice move.
31-26. Roberts into the front court. He's really a pretty good ball handler too.
Yeah, he's not fancy. He's just good and steady.
From the wing to Roten. And Roberts is fouled out by the half-court line by Jalen Gordon. That's now his 4th. And back to the free throw line for 2 free throws goes Gabe Roberts.
At least he got that foul going for a steal.
The problem you're running into now for Vineyard is who do you foul, because Josh Roten is 2 for 2. Mackie Herbert is 2 for 2. Miles Dickinson is 2 for 2. And Gabe Roberts is 9 for 11. So, I mean,
there's no weak point here to foul and say, well, we can get the ball back.
They are 15 of 17 from the free throw line, I think, if I have that right. Underneath, that layup is good by Hightower.
He's trying to force himself inside a little bit.
The problem is you can't trade buckets.
No,
I mean,
you can't.
There's not enough time left for that. So,
and you can't do this. What do we got? 3 minutes?
Well, it's down around 3 minutes. 3:15 to be exact. Underneath, that shot wouldn't go, and that's what you need to do if you're Vineyard.
That's right. Hightower
wait for somebody to take your shot and then
jerk that ball down, buddy.
So Nate Belstein with his 3rd foul, team 4th. And again, if you're Covenant, I don't see a need to shoot the ball.
No, not really. Just wait till they foul
you. Ever. Unless you're so wide open for a layup that you can't, it's just easy. There's no need to shoot it.
Dickinson with his 5th rebound there. Down comes Covenant.
Down to 2:40 to go. And then we'll slow it up again.
Well, Hightower should have gotten a foul right there.
Yeah, probably should have. Roberts, nice little crossover, and that was, I thought it might have been deflected, but it isn't.
Yeah,
it was actually a pretty nice move. He was waiting for Belstein to cut to the hoop, and he didn't.
Yeah, he thought they would shovel pass to him as he was coming across and get him a layup. Belstein didn't come across.
Down to 2:20 to go. And if you're Vineyard, you really need to score every single possession to stay in this.
And Covenant is very patient on defense, too. They don't go out and force the ball. They just let them stay out there.
Because of how long it's taking teams to score, down 5 with 2 minutes, is a lot of points to try to make up, so you got to score in every possession.
Hey,
there's a nice move by Hightower on the inside.
Man, he is really making himself known at the end of this game.
33-30, down to 150 to go. Roberts got free down the lane and missed the layup.
Oh,
that was a good move. He got all the way there. And Hightower ended up getting tripped up in the backcourt by Roberts accidentally. It wasn't anything malicious. He just got tangled up with Hightower, and I think everyone's okay here. And a 30-second timeout with 1:36 left. Back with more of your fourth quarter in just a minute. You're watching the NCSAA. Down to the final minute and a half to go. 33-30 is the lead for Covenant. Attridge turned the ball over, and then another turnover. So a turnover followed by a travel.
Boy, Hightower is really getting in, even on defense. He's really coming out.
Inbounds pass, sails out near half court. Played there by Agate. 3-ball in the wing. That's no good from Gordon.
Dickinson with his 6th rebound.
Covenant will bring it up. Well, Vineyard needs to stop here quickly. They need to force a turnover of some sort. Down to 1:05 to go. Let's give it another 15 seconds or so, and if you don't get a turnover, you're going to have to send them to the line, or you're going to run out of time. Baseline, Roberts. Off to Bilstein. Now you're going to have to just come foul, or else you're literally going to run out of time. Down to 40 seconds.
They're not thinking. They're not thinking.
Well, I mean, I think they're waiting a little bit longer, but the problem is if they make a free throw, so they're going to foul here, which, okay, that's fine, but your problem becomes, as that goes on, Jacob Bauman, his second, is that with 29 seconds left, if Covenant makes a free throw here, and by all accounts it says they will at least make one, it means you need 2 possessions, and you must score in 2 possessions inside of 30 seconds. You're just not leaving yourself a lot of time.
And guess what? He made it.
Made them both. I mean, that team could shoot free throws, man. Down to the final 25 seconds, the 5-point lead now for Covenant. Vineyard needs buckets. And see, this is what I mean. But it takes more time. There's a reach-in foul there, but this isn't a typical game where you can get points in 5 seconds.
They still got fouls to give, so.
It's team 5th with 17 seconds to go. They could easily commit another one and burn off a few more seconds. 3-ball in the corner. That's good. Triple from Patridge. And again, you're down to 10 seconds, which hasn't left you a whole lot of time to deal with. And ahead it comes. Boy, that's really smart by Roten, by the way. Good pass in the middle, and we got a whistle and a foul on Hightower. That's his 3rd, and down to 2 seconds to go on the clock. That was actually really well done by Josh Roten in the backcourt to hang on to the ball for an extra 3 or 4 seconds and allow everybody to come to him and then have the open guy in mind already. It easily took another 7 or 8 seconds off the clock. Free throw off the mark from Dickinson. One more coming. with just 2 seconds left. Actually, he'd be smart to just miss this one too. Does, and there'll be roughly 1 second left to go full court. With the score being 35-33. And ultimately here, defensively for Covenant, I wouldn't even put anybody in the backcourt. I'd put all 5 people on that side of the half-court line. They're going to have to throw the ball deep. All you got to do is get a hand on the ball and the game's over. And if they make a shot from three-quarter court to win the game,
so much for it.
Congratulations.
It happens once in a while. Not
I mean,
very often.
it's possible, but the chances of that are so remote. I mean, they're going to put guys in the up by the ball. To me, I don't see. I'd just put all 5 guys at half court if it were me, but.
Oh, there's your guy.
Because they're going to match up man, and all you need is a good screen here, and you can get a pretty decent look at this. And there's another timeout. That's an interesting play design. Got another 30. You know, one of the more effective ways I've seen this is to have somebody at half court and then somebody again at the free throw line here, and have the person come up and pick for the person at the free throw line and pretend like they're going to go deep. But the person that sets the pick seals to the inside, and they release back to half court, and you pass it to them and shoot the ball from half court. So you seal the defender on the ball side, and then you catch it running the opposite way, particularly against man. That's why it's really dangerous to play man a lot of times in these situations, because if somebody picks and seals and then takes off, it's really difficult.
Yeah, it's like you said, I don't think I'd put anybody up here because.
Again, if you make it from full court, congratulations. But I'm not giving you anything on the other side of half court. Well, now Vineyard is putting everyone at the half court stripe, which basically forces Covenant to play defense back in the back. And there's your full court pass.
Oh.
And that was actually.
That was close.
Really close to working.
Boy, that was really close, man. He let him just about a foot or two too far.
That was an excellent pass.
He would have had a layup if he did.
Yeah, that was about a foot away from tying the game. Well, for as low scoring as that game was, that was an entertaining ending.
Yeah, it was.
35-33 is the win for Covenant. Final scoring totals for Vineyard. Jalon Gordon with 6 points. Karen Hightower with 6 points. 10 for Josh Patridge, including 3 threes and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Actually, I guess they're going to say that this game isn't over.
Did nobody touch the ball?
So they're going to come back. I mean, it
is over, but it's not over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They have to inbound the ball with 1 second way down here underneath the hoop. I guess they're saying nobody touched it. So all Covenant has to do is literally throw an inbounds pass to anyone. And the game, even if you threw it directly to Vineyard, you wouldn't have time to catch the ball, turn around, and shoot it.
Just put it down the court here a little ways, and you got it made.
Well, it's under their own hoop.
Oh, it is.
So all they have to do is inbound the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's even easier. That's right, because they threw it the whole length of the court and didn't touch anybody.
Well, I guess if Vineyard has a timeout left, you could pick off the pass and call a timeout quick, and then maybe have a chance at a tip somewhere. And that'll do it. So the inbounds pass will seal it. Again, Gordon with 6 points, Hightower with 6, Patridge with 10, Jacob Bauman with 9 points, including 1 3-point field goal. Ahmed Madani with 2 points. Vineyard 4 of 8 from 3-point range. For Covenant, 2 points for Nate Belstein, including 2 of 2 from the line. Josh Roten with 4 points. He was 2 of 2 from the line. Tyler Farley with 2 points. 8 for Mackie Herbert, including 2 3-point field goals and 2 of 2 from the line. Miles Dickinson with 4 points. He was 2 of 3 from the line. 15 points for Gabe Roberts. And he was 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Covenant 2 of 6 from 3-point range. And off to you for our final rebounds.
All right, first of all, for Vineyard, we had Quinn Agut with 5 rebounds. Jalen Gordon had 2. Kieran Hightower had 11 rebounds. And Jacob Bauman 2. Prince Akin had 1. Ahmed Madani had 3 for a total of 23. 23 rebounds for Vineyard. And over on the other side, Covenant, Nate Bellenstein had 1. Josh Roten 5. Tyler Farley came in through with 3. Mackie Herbert had 1. DJ Scarberry had 2. And Miles Dickinson had 6, along with Gabe Roberts' 5 for a total of 23. So in rebounding, they actually end out tied, 23-23.
And our final 35-33. We'll get the other Division 4D semifinal here in just a few minutes. You've been watching the NCSAA National Tournament.